If I told you all that today was like Christmas for me, you would think that I am nuts. But this is hands down my most anticipated movie of the year. So I'm excited to talk about the trailer for Supergirl right after the jump. Hello, everyone. Terrence here with Hollywood Already Did It. If you haven't already, go ahead, like, share, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, ring that bell below. Anytime we have something, you will be among the first to know. This is for me when the DCEU really gets started. Superman was fine. I liked it. It was cool. But between Lanterns and this Supergirl movie, this is my sweet spot. These are the characters that I care about. And it's funny because Supergirl as a whole, I don't really. I like the Supergirl show that existed on CW, but I read the Tom King The Woman of Tomorrow comic book run miniseries, and it is one of the best things that I've read in the last decade. And so when I heard that they were adapting this movie based on that comic run, I was like, well, put that in my veins immediately, especially if you are a sci-fi fan. This is right up your alley. For those that don't know, who have not read, the story is about Kara on her 21st-year-old birthday. This is why I know people had issues with it, which is why she was a little tipsy and drunk at the end of Superman. On her 21st birthday, she gets tied in with a young girl named Ruthie, who is on a plot and a quest of revenge for a man, Krim of the Yellow Hills, who killed her father. And so she sort of looks up to Supergirl, looks up to Kara to say, hey, I need your help. Will you help me? And things occur that reluctantly put Kara and Ruthie on this massive quest across multiple planets to find this man and get revenge. And so they both go through journeys of self-discovery about heroism, revenge, what it all means in this tight boat with this backdrop of just epic space. And if you are a sci-fi nut like I am, that's gold. That's the sweet spot right there. And I like Kara. I can relate to her more than I can to Superman because heroism is not something that she just actively gravitates to. It's a thing that she has to sort of learn and understand and get why it means so much. It also is not. She doesn't pull punches. Unlike Superman, she's not goody-goody. She curses like a sailor. She's swearing up and down. This is her sweet spot. She's like, nah, I'm not like my cousin. My cousin's the goody-goody one. I'm more about that life. And what I like is that when she goes from planet to planet, her power set changes. She goes from being probably the most powerful person on the galaxy to being, hey, I'm not that strong right now. Where Superman on Earth is one way. So if you like sci-fi epics, this movie is going to be the one that's for you. Now, I will say that they clearly have done some things where they're adding characters because Lobo is not a part of the comic run. Although I've since read that Tom King had an original idea of it being a Supergirl and Lobo sort of buddy comic. So maybe he's added some of that back in and everything. But there's enough planets that they visit, they can easily sort of just explain and add why Lobo is here. But yeah, put this in my veins. I'm excited to see what this trailer gives us. So we're going to start this bad boy up in just a moment. I'm watching this live on the trailer, so I'm just going to jump into it when it starts. Headphones are on and ready to go. They got the composer who did the Game of Thrones score to do this, and already in the little timer that they have at the beginning of this premiere, chef's kiss. You won't hear it because I'm not going to play that part. Sci-fi. I'm going to start the trailer up now. Crypto.
You managed to get most of it on the paper this time. It's a good job,
So crypto
buddy.
thinks of.
Cars are out. Hereby declare that 23 will be the best year yet.
Oh, they aged her up a little bit. 23, not 21.
Let's be honest, babe. It's not a very high bar to clear.
I didn't know any of you were still alive. What was it like to lose everything in a day?
Her Tom didn't die in a day. The gods are not that kind.
Kara lives on her planet a little bit after
this does
Kal-El
not look
left.
like this is gonna end well. For you guys.
Do others on your planet have powers like you?
No, it's a pretty small group of two.
What's Superman like?
Lobo!
He sees the good in everyone. And I see the truth.
Yeah, you should read where it began. That is fun. That's fun. Let me take these off. I know a lot of people are going to easily try to compare this to Guardians of the Galaxy because it's a sci-fi across multiple planets. And yeah, there's some of that here. I think it also doesn't help that there's like a rock song playing in the background, but there's a very different element that is happening here. I think a couple of key points in the trailer that it brings up, but it doesn't really dive into much, is that Kara is a little bit more jaded than Cal is, because when the planet blew up, Cal was shipped off. She stayed there for a little bit longer, and there was still stuff still happening on a section of the planet before her parents eventually do perish, and she spends that time watching them die. So she's a lot more broken inside than her hopeful cousin. So that little line that happens in there where it's like, yeah, he's for hope and all good things, like I'm for the truth. They're same sides of coin, still on good, but on different sides of that coin. And you can sort of see in this that Ruthie is just admired by her and her cousin. Like, oh my God, you guys are like legends and whatnot. Where she doesn't sort of feel that way about her or her life. And so I'm in. It's hitting the tones just of what I needed to do. Craig Gillespie, I think, has a knack of hitting the heartbeat of quirky moments between Tonya and Cruella, and even all the way back to Lars and the Real Girl. Like, he has a sense of like, all right, when it's time to get quirky and whatnot, I can do that. But when it's time to get those heartfelt moments, that's there too. I cannot wait for this movie, and I hope that they do. There's going to be another trailer that comes out that's probably going to give a little bit more away. Won't bother me because I've read the book, but I think if you want to kind of go in with a little bit more, I don't know what's happening, maybe don't watch the next trailer. But I will say this. I think this comic book is good enough, and that's why they probably went actively ahead at the end of this and said, hey, go read the book to see where it all began. I think this comic book run of Woman of Tomorrow is great enough that you can read this and still actively want to see this movie. That's how good the book is, and I think it'll actually get you more anticipated to see what it is that Milly does in bringing this version of Kara to life. What did you guys think about the trailer? Is it too much like Guardians? I also think that you will feel like it feels less like Guardians once you see and read the book. You'll realize, oh, it's hitting the tones of what this book is and not necessarily mirroring what it is that Guardians of the Galaxy does. But you get shots of Lobo. You get a quick shot of Krim of the Yellow Hills, but not enough that you really realize that that's the bad guy. But what did you guys think about this first teaser trailer for Supergirl? Leave your thoughts and comments in the comments below. If you haven't already, you can follow us on X at HollywoodADI. You can hit us up on email at HollywoodAlreadydid@gmail.com. We also have a podcast with the same name. That's on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, anywhere they'll place podcasts. We're there. And like always, I got my ticket. You got yours.